Let's talk about one of the important topic of the chapter, The Rise of Nationalism in Europe, that is Frankfurt Parliament. Question often comes from this topic in the board exam, and this is one of the important steps taken by the representatives of people in Prussia to achieve the unification of Germany, though they failed. Now let's see what was the case, what was the background of the Frankfurt Parliament. What do we understand by this term Frankfurt Parliament? See, on 13th March 1848, fierce revolt took place in Berlin against the King of Prussia. We all know that Germany was divided into 39 states and the main state was Prussia, whose capital was in Berlin. Today Berlin is the capital of Germany. So on 13th March 1848, fierce revolt took place in Berlin against the King of Prussia. Just 8 years before, in 1814, Frederick Wilhelm IV became the ruler of Prussia after the death of his father Frederick Wilhelm III. Okay, so it was during the tenure, it was during the ruling period of Frederick Wilhelm IV that this revolt took place in Berlin. After the revolt, the king gave some concession to the people, like that of Tsar of Russia. I think you remember that Russian Revolution. What happened after the revolution of 1905? The Tsar of Russia allowed the formation of Duma, okay, in order to provide some concession to the people of Russia. Same way in Germany, after the revolt, the king allowed the formation of a national assembly or parliament. Okay, so there will be a national assembly or parliament in Prussia whose member should be elected from each state of Germany on the basis of universal franchise. Okay, so after the revolt, we find that the people of Prussia, they received a big gift from the king. Now there would be a national assembly or parliament whose member will be elected by the people on the basis of universal franchise. Okay, now soon a parliament was formed consisting of nearly 600 representatives, and in May 1848 this parliament was met at Frankfurt. We all know that a meeting was organized by the representatives in the Church of St. Paul, Frankfurt. Take you Frankfurt. There is a very beautiful and magnificent church in Frankfurt, which belongs to St. Paul. That is known as the Church of St. Paul. See in the right side, the picture. Here in this church, this meeting was organized, and in the meeting, the parliament, the representatives of the people, they drafted a constitution. Which guaranteed civil liberty and equality before law to every German. Okay, they drafted a constitution, and it was also decided that Germany should be a hereditary empire. Okay, in order to on the goodwill of the king, they decided that Germany should be a hereditary empire and the King of Prussia would be the president of the new federation. Okay. Now, on 28th March 1849, the imperial crown of a united Germany was offered to Frederick Wilhelm IV by these representatives, but he refused the offer. Okay. These representatives, what they did, they offer a crown. That, sir, we are offering you a crown of a united Germany. You will be a king of united Germany. Okay, from today onwards. Just receive this crown. But the king, Frederick Wilhelm IV, he refused the offer. As a result of his refusal, we find the Frankfurt Parliament failed. Now the question, see the picture of Frederick Wilhelm IV on the right side. He was an absolute autocratic person who wanted to concentrate all the power of the state in his own hand. Okay, he had just allowed the formation of parliament only to silence the rebellious people of Germany and nothing else. Actually, he was not in favor of sharing power with the people of Germany. He was also not in favor of the establishment of parliament. All this is he has done under compulsion. See, so he refused the offer. Now the question is, why king refused the crown? Okay, the crown was offered to him. After that, he will become the king of United Germany. Okay, it was a golden opportunity for the king. But why he refused the crown? See, the king, why he refused the crown? The question often comes, why the king of Prussia refused the crown offered by the Frankfurt Parliament? Answer is this. The king was of the view that he should not receive the crown from the representatives of the people. Okay, I am a king and I am not going to receive crown from the people. Okay, who are the people to offer me the crown? I am the king. He would have gladly accepted it if the offer would have come from his equals, the princes of Germany. If any prince of Germany, if the ruler of any other state of Germany offer me crown, I would have gladly accepted it, but not from the people. It is my humiliation. It will be my insult if I get that crown if I receive the crown from the people. The king openly declared, I don't want to be the seat of revolution. I don't want to be a part of revolution. I don't want to share power with the representative. Simple thing is that the king openly declared, I don't want to be the seat of revolution. In this way, we find the Frankfurt Parliament failed. So why Frankfurt Parliament failed? Because the king refused to offer the crown after receiving the offer, he would have become the king of the United Germany. Okay, and the unification of Germany would have been achieved earlier. So after its failure, the people again revolted. After the failure of Frankfurt Parliament, the people again revolted, but this time the revolt was brutally suppressed by the Prussian army. It was brutally suppressed. So if the king would have accepted the offer of the parliament, okay, if the king would have accepted the offer of the parliament, the political and national unity of Germany would have been achieved earlier, before 1870. We all know that after defeating France in the Battle of Sedan in 1870, the political unification of Germany was achieved. But if the king would have accepted the offer of the parliament and received the crown, and he would declared himself to be the king of the whole German states, the unification would have been achieved earlier, before 1870. Okay, but this didn't happen, and it was left to his successor Frederick William I to get the opportunity of achieving the unification of Germany in 1870. Thank you.